Real Madrid versus Dortmund just ended, and I gotta be 100% real with everybody. This is the first thing I want to get off my chest. That's one of the best football matches I've watched all season. I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. That's one of the best football matches of the year. It was a beautiful, beautiful Champions League football game. It was a game with back and forth actions. A game with completely two different games, one first half, a second half. It was an unbelievable game. And because of this game, your boy is catching a little bit of heat on social media. And I'm going to explain why, because I'm going to stick by my words, and I'm going to explain why I'm going to stick by my words. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys don't know, Dortmund was winning 2-0 at halftime against Real Madrid. And if you watched the game, you would have known that it potentially could have been 4-1, 3-1 to Dortmund at halftime, or maybe even 4-0 to Dortmund at halftime, 3-0 to Dortmund at halftime, because if you watch the game, Courtois makes some absolutely phenomenal saves, and that's what Courtois is there for. But there is some humongous saves that the goalkeeper pulls off, because this season, under Ancelotti at Real Madrid, every time a team goes forward, it seems like they're going to score. They run directly through this Real Madrid midfield and defense like they're not even there. It doesn't matter if you're Dortmund, if you're Celta Vigo. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what country you're from. If you play against Real Madrid, their defense is extremely vulnerable. So I say at halftime, because it's 2-0 to Real Madrid, sorry, but this team won't work under Ancelotti. 14 games so far this season, no tactical adjustments, right? And I stick by this because I'm not someone who just gets hype over 2 seconds of a football match. At the end of the day, I've been saying this since the beginning of the season, and I'm going to continue to say this. Real Madrid right now is getting bailed out by individual performances. For example, Ballon d'Or Vinny showed up again. He's going to win a Ballon d'Or. This Ballon d'Or has to go to him. If it doesn't, it's absolutely rigged. We'll talk about him in a minute. But if it wasn't for a massive individual performance from this player, Real Madrid potentially could have lost this game. And if you look at the way Dortmund played the second half, they should have went more defensive, and they didn't. They continued to keep their structure that they had the first half, which because they thought they were going to counter Madrid and score more goals, because that's what looked like was going to happen in the first half, but it backfired completely. They should have went more defensive. But let's talk about it. Why do I stick by the words I said about Ancelotti? I've watched every single Real Madrid game this year, and what I'm seeing from this team is a team that doesn't have an identity or a style right now. What do I mean by that? Many games, it's a different formation. Many games, it's a different lineup. Many games, they don't know if they should go with Rodrigo, without Rodrigo. Oh, man, we need Modric now. We don't need Modric. We need this. We need that. And that's what's supposed to happen with the team. You're supposed to rotate. But changing formation so much is something that you don't really see that often. And it seems like the formation changes are happening because Ancelotti's trying to figure out what's the best solution for this team. And I'm not saying Ancelotti is a bad manager. I'm not saying Ancelotti is anything negative. Ancelotti is a phenomenal, world-class, one of the best managers ever, okay? But what happens with this is the same thing as Guardiola. Guardiola is one of the greatest managers to ever exist, but his time came to an end at Barcelona. Managers' times come to an end. It's what happens. Am I saying it's time for Ancelotti's time to come to an end right now? No, but criticizing a manager when he gets stuff wrong is not going at him and saying he's a bad manager. I'm just saying at the moment at Real Madrid, something is wrong. Listen, to be at home against Dortmund, who's a fantastic team, don't get it twisted, but to be down 2-0 at home in the Champions League and potentially more, you can see something is extremely wrong with whether it's the tactics or the defense at Real Madrid. Because like I said in the beginning of the video, this easily could have turned to Madrid being down by more. With the way the day was going, the ball wouldn't go in. Jude Bellingham and Mbappe, I think it was, or maybe Vinicius Jr., they both hit the crossbar on the exact same play. It was one of those days where the ball wouldn't go in for Real Madrid, and every time Dortmund went forward, they looked like they were going to score. It was just one of those type of days where your offense isn't clicking, so you need your defense to step up, and the defense hasn't stepped up once this year. They have not stepped up. You can see if you watch their matches, their defense hasn't been great. They give up so many easy opportunities and they defend so poorly. And at the end of the day, that's on Ancelotti. You might not think it's on Ancelotti, but that's on Ancelotti. That's on him and his coaching staff to figure out what's going wrong. And we're now 14 or 15 games into the season and nothing has changed back there. There's been no adjustments back there. So I'm going to stick to what I'm saying. Now, let's go to the second half of the game. Wow, that's Real Madrid DNA. That's Real Madrid doing what Real Madrid does best. Even when they're out and down and you think they're having a terrible game, because that first half was a disaster. It was a disgrace. It was terrible. The second half is wow, right? The second half is Real Madrid doing Real Madrid type things. Lucas Vazquez showing why he's been at Madrid and why he deserves to be at Madrid, because he fights for every 50-50 ball. And even when you think the ball, he can't get to it, he gets to it and he scores a third goal. That's a magical goal, a humongously beautiful goal. He shot the ball so perfect from a weird angle that the keeper could never get it. He stepped up and was a hero. But the truth is, Vinicius Jr. today, after halftime, was not clampable. This guy could not be defended. This guy turned into prime Cristiano Ronaldo, prime Gareth Bale. He scored a goal in this game that reminds me, you got to be an old head to remember this, but years ago there was a Copa del Rey game, I think it was, and it was Barcelona versus Real Madrid, and Gareth Bale had this play where it looked like the ball was going to go out of play, and he gets the ball on the sideline and he just starts running, bro, and he just runs the whole field by himself. That's what Vinicius Jr. does today. The ball's on the sideline, his own half. He starts accelerating with the ball through everybody. He keeps picking his eyes up to fake that he's going to pass the ball inside, cooking defenders to make sure that defenders keep watching the pass. Next thing you know, he cuts inside. He bangs one into the bottom corner, and he takes his shirt off and says, "Eu tô aqui. Eu tô aqui." That is a Real Madrid, Ronaldo, Gareth Bale moment. Vinny had his moment, and right there, he put a stamp on that Ballon d'Or. He said, yo, listen, if y'all ain't paying attention, start paying attention, because I'm him, and he is him. He is a phenomenal, unbelievable winger. He's the best player in the world right now. He's the best winger in the world right now. That guy can take anyone on individually. That guy can take on multiple players at the same time. And what blows my mind about Vinicius Jr. that many people don't talk about, it was the 88th minute, and this guy is running up and down the field as if the game just started. This guy is running up and down that field like the game literally just started. He never missed a beat. He doesn't get tired, bro. This guy runs for 90 minutes without ever getting tired, bro. Those legs never give up on him. To me, that is unbelievable. And it shows the fitness this guy has, man, because he's running the first minute and the 88th minute exactly the same. And everybody else on the field just can't keep up with him because he's just going and going and going and going and going and going. He is unbelievable. Absolutely insane. All right. And Real Madrid is absolutely insane. Individually, their talent is remarkable. Individually, this team is insane. But the facts are this: I don't see right now at this moment where Mbappe's place is on this team. It's hard for me to say that, but it's true. Mbappe scored a lot of goals since getting to Real Madrid. And he's doing his thing. Mbappe's nasty. Mbappe's an incredible player. I will not take that away from him. He's phenomenal. He's amazing. But did this team necessarily need Mbappe? Did Mbappe make this team extremely better? Or did Mbappe figure out the tactics and the formation a bit more difficult for Ancelotti? And the truth is, I don't know, because you had to move a player like Jude Bellingham further back on the field to have Mbappe play, which takes away from how great Jude Bellingham is and how much of a star Jude Bellingham is. So it's one of those things where no way, shape, or form I'm saying Mbappe can make any team worse. No, he can't make a team worse. but he's making it a lot harder for Real Madrid this season because they're all so great that it's not easy to bench one. It's not easy to find a formation to fit them all that suits every single player at their finest, because Vinicius Jr. is such a phenomenal talent that you're never going to say, hey, Mbappe, you'll play left wing. No, that's Vinny's spot. Vinny's him, bro. You can't move Vinny. Vinny's that guy. And then you go, hey, Jude, you're phenomenal playing up top as like a center forward type player, as like a high up cam. But you kind of, that Mbappe got to play there. So you got to go back a little bit. And Jude's like, all right, I'll go back a little bit. And then there's days where you're like, oh, that's not really working, so we got to drop Rodrigo. But Rodrigo's such a phenomenal right winger. If you watch the game today, he was the one that was creating the best crosses and creating the most chances was pretty much him on that side, really doing a lot on that side. So it's just one of those things where you have all these phenomenal players. How do you make it work? How do you make this team be able to defend better and attack better and all that? Because Vinicius Jr. is doing so much up front. It's hard to be like, hey, Vinny, you got to go defend. Bro, Blood is running so much up top. Blood is creating so many chances and having so many offensive moments that this guy's gas tank would be completely fried if you have him running back on defense every single play. And he does that. But even more than what he's doing already, that would be really hard to ask out of any player. So at the end of the day, it's not that I think Ancelotti's a terrible coach. No, I don't even think Ancelotti's time has to be done at Real Madrid. I'm just saying Ancelotti needs to get in his bag and figure out a situation here. Because at the moment, Real Madrid has no identity of what this team wants to be. They have no tactical structure of what this team needs to be. They have no real like, hey, that is this team, that is what they like to do. No, it's a team that individually on every single other day that they play, a different player stepping up. Whether it's Mbappe, whether it's Jude Bellingham, whether it's Vinny, somebody steps up to get them out of a tough situation. And it's always an individual performance. We haven't really seen an unbelievable Real Madrid, everybody's performance. You haven't seen a performance where the offense is clicking on all cylinders, the defense is playing lights out. We haven't seen that. It's the offense bailing out the defense or the defense bailing out the offense. It's never this perfect oiled machine. And it might come, it might happen, but at the moment, I don't really see it. You get what I'm saying? So for anybody that's throwing heat my way, like Blood don't know, I had people saying, hey, you got to stick to opening packs on FIFA. You got to stick to opening squad battles. Hey, listen, I'm a person that I'm always real about my football takes. And the facts are, I think Ancelotti is struggling at the moment to find the best solution for this Real Madrid team. And I called him out for that. Doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean that you got to fire him. It doesn't mean that I'm right. I'm just giving you what my honest opinion is. And my honest opinion is, homeboy needs to make some adjustments because that defense is on the ropes every single game. And it seems like the midfield can't get it right. And then it's just individual talent bailing them out. We got to know Clásico this weekend, bro. And this is the season. Like, this is a big turning point in the season. If Real Madrid comes out and cooks Barca, it's a staple in the season. It's a stamp on the season. Like, yo, this is our identity. We're going to have individual massive performances, and this is what it is. If Barcelona cooks them, it's going to start bringing up a lot of questions because the truth is Dortmund was cooking them. Leo has cooked them this year. There's teams that have cooked them, and they've been bailed out by individual performances. So we'll have to see how El Clásico goes down. But at the moment, Vinicius Jr. is that boy, and there ain't much more to say about that. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Big thumbs up, subscribe, turn your bell on. I love you guys. We got more football content coming your way. Remember, I'm just a bald dude that likes football and just gives my opinion. It ain't always right. Probably never right.